Welcome back to the Astro Park, everyone. My name is Kwesi Akwa, and this video will be part of a series that I'm calling My Telescope Family. This will be a series that covers the different types of telescopes that I personally own and use for my astrophotography pursuits. I'll talk about some of the specs, things that I like, things that could use some improvements, as well as share a few of my favorite sample images. As of now, I own a total of 4 different types of telescopes, so there'll be a total of 4 videos. So today's video is going to be all about this little guy, the Radian RAPTOR 61. So let's get it up on the mount and I'll talk about all the details. The Radian RAPTOR 61 is a triplet apochromatic refractor telescope. So for the refractor design, it has a lens element up front, and the light from your subject first hits that lens, then the lens bends or refracts that light all the way down to a focal point at the end. And that light is picked up either by your camera sensor or your eyepiece. So the lens is a triplet design, so there's actually 3 lens elements up front. And one of those elements is made up of what's known as ED glass, or extra low dispersion glass. And the reason why that's there is because without it, all refractor telescopes suffer from an anomaly known as chromatic aberration. So that means that the various wavelengths of light will come into focus at different points, giving you very bright yellow or purplish halos around bright objects, such as very bright stars or the moon, for example, giving you false color. So with that ED glass installed, all of the wavelengths of light from the red end of the spectrum to the blue end of the spectrum will all come into focus at the same point, giving you a crisp, high contrast, true color image of your subject. So as its namesake suggests, the RAPTOR 61 has a 61 millimeter aperture and a focal length of 275 millimeters, giving it a focal ratio of f/4.5. So what that means is this telescope is a very vast, wide field telescope. So you'll be able to see large areas of the night sky with a single shot, making this telescope ideal for deep space photography. So objects such as the Orion Nebula and the California Nebula will turn out very nicely in a telescope like this. And for those large nebulae targets, such as the North American Nebula and the Pelican Nebula side by side, as well as the entire Veil Nebula complex, you'll be able to fit those in this telescope using just one shot if your camera has an APS-C size or a full frame size sensor. So that way you don't have to worry about taking separate sections of those nebulae targets and putting them together in a mosaic. So it's very time-saving in that regard. It will also do galaxies as well, so targets such as the Andromeda Galaxy and the Triangulum Galaxy will also come out very nicely in this telescope. However, if your interests lie in those tiny, faint galaxies, such as the Whirlpool Galaxy, for example, even though you'll be able to see it in the field of view, the focal length at 275 millimeters unfortunately won't allow you to see very much detail. So if you're interested in getting those very small galaxies, I would recommend going after galaxy cluster targets. So objects such as Markarian's chain will come out very nicely in this scope, as you'll be able to see all those tiny galaxies all in the same field of view using just one shot. So some of the features that this telescope includes is that it has these very nice hexagonal rings, and the rings have machine holes drilled through them. So you'll be able to thread your cables through to help with cable management if you have any stray cables on your setup. It also has a very nice 10:1 reduction focuser. So your large knob is your coarse focus, and the smaller knob is for finer adjustments. And you can twist this knob up top right here to orient the focuser in any direction. And at the end, there's a twisting mechanism here, so you can adjust the camera in any orientation. So that helps you a lot with framing up your object properly. And a really cool feature this has, it has a built-in filter drawer. So you can just unscrew this mechanism, place your filter inside, reattach it, and you're good to go for imaging. And because of its very small, compact form and lightweight, if you're an astrophotographer that travels a lot, this will make a very excellent travel telescope, as you can just put it in a small bag as a carry-on, take it onto an airplane, and you're good to go. And because it's lightweight, I believe it weighs around 5 pounds or so, it can fit on a variety of mounts, and also some very small star trackers as well that you can use for traveling too. So far, this is the only image that I've captured using the Raptor 61, and I look forward to future opportunities to using this telescope out in the field. So that was my overview for the Radian RAPTOR 61. It's a portable yet versatile telescope that can be used by astrophotographers of all skill levels. I've only scratched the surface with it thus far, but I hope to get some more photographs with it as I gain more experience. And for those of you that don't know, Trevor Jones from Astro Backyard actually teamed up with Radian Telescopes to provide the design specifications for the Raptor 61. So if you're interested in learning how he was able to do that, I've placed a link to his video in the description box down below. So thank you for watching AstroPark, and until next time, take care, and I wish you all clear skies.